Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new episode, brand new week, August 4th, 2020 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, the absolute king on the ice himself, Philly Pete, and we are live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. This show is always sponsored by MyBookie. Sports has arrived, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you all have started an account with MyBookie. Go into mybookie.ag right now, sign up with an account for MyBookie using the promo code 12Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports, all one word. They will match your deposit up to $1,000. And let's not miss your chance to be cashing out all of these amazing plays that not only myself with hockey, but you have everyone else on 12 Ounce Sports, including Pop DiBiase. He's been killing it with baseball and basketball. He's ready to rock. And everybody else that is capping on 12 Ounce Sports. And what better way to start cashing large than mybookie.ag. Once again, promo code 12 Ounce Sports, all one word, and they will match your deposit up to $1,000. Zingo TV. Make sure you download the app, Zingo TV, on your TV. But first and foremost, make an account on Zingo TV. Use the promo code 12Ounce, 12OZ, as simple as that, when making an account, and then you could be streaming live all these phenomenal shows that we have for you, including yours truly, Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, Philly Pete. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new week, new episode. What a weekend. Hockey is back, and boy, has it hit the ceiling already. Basketball as well, what can I say? But let's get into it real quick. We have a long day. We have a great show on the board. You have puck already dropping. Clients have already been sent out their play for this early game at 12 o'clock between the Panthers and the Islanders. And what can I say? Panthers are in desperate need for a win to stay alive. And I did put out my play as well, the parlay, the over 5 goals between the Panthers and the Islanders. And the Panthers to cover the 1.5 goal line at plus 1.5. That parlay right there is plus 170. Let's have some fun with this one. We cashed out the Pens Oilers moneyline parlay last night at plus 175. Does a nice bang to your buck. $100 pays you 175. Some good breakfast money, lunch money for this afternoon's game between the Panthers and the Islanders. So if those that haven't seen my play yet, right now, those that are tuning in, it is a Panthers plus 1.5 and the over 5. Parlay pays out plus 170. If you want to single out the over 5 and the plus 1.5, you may do so. But I'm just telling you right now, the plus 1.5 is minus 225. It is juicy for the Panthers. So if you had the money, go ahead and do it. They are very confident picks that I have. Client plays, like I said, have one play for this early game between the Panthers and the Islanders. So let's all cash out. I think everybody and their mothers are on the Panthers today, as well as Philly Pete. So let's cash it out. Panthers, you're on the edge. You guys need to win today. So let's go Florida. But ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, let us get into the action for Pete's Power Plays. Now, I want to get into the COVID testing results right now, as updated yesterday. The NHL completed the first week of its Phase 4 return to play with no positive test results for COVID-19. That is nada, zilch, nada, zero, nothing, niente, nothing whatsoever. Zero test results for COVID-19 among 7,013 tests administered. Testing was administered on a daily basis to all members of the club's 52-member traveling parties, including players, during the period from July 27th through August 1st. All 24 teams entered the secure zone in Edmonton and Toronto on July 26th for the beginning of Phase 4. The NHL will continue to provide regular updates on COVID-19 testing results. The league will not be providing information, of course, on the identity of any individuals or clubs. So like I said, that is zero. NHL has been doing so well with this, so has the NBA. And I could not be any more proud of the situation there within the NHL and NBA, of course. So, with that being said here, let us get into AEW Dark preview real quick. So, let us do this. Let us rock and roll. Seven matches on the card for Dark tonight. This is on every night. 7 o'clock Eastern Time on YouTube TV. It's about an hour show usually, but you got to subscribe to AEW and you will get the live action for Dark tonight. So let's start off. The Gun Club, Billy Gunn and his son Austin versus Aaron Solo and Serpentico. This is going to be a good matchup, I think. I do like it. I like it a lot. And hey, what can I say? You know, this is going to be a great matchup for sure. Serpentico, the Snake Man himself. I like his action in AEW so far, but I think the Gun Club is going to win this one in what should be a really entertaining matchup. Next up, you have Jack Evans versus QT Marshall. I like QT Marshall there. The Butcher and the Blade versus the Private Party. This is a Dynamite feel match. A great tag team matchup tonight on Dark. I love everything about this. And this could go either way here, but I like Private Party more, so I'm going to go with Private Party in this matchup. Abaddon, the Queen Zombie herself versus Kylan King. Abaddon is on a 3 or 4 match win streak right now. She is a freak of nature and a very awesome wrestler. She will take the win here tonight. And I expect her to be on Dynamite sometime soon as well. Just stay tuned to Abaddon. Scorpio Sky versus Will Hobbs. Scorpio Sky will continue his winning ways and get the victory tonight versus Will Hobbs. The Initiative versus Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela. Another great matchup on the card. The Initiative is starting to pick up some momentum, even though they haven't won a match yet, but they will. Not yet. Not tonight, though. Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela get the victory here in AEW Dark. And lastly, you have Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison versus FTR. Another loaded tag team, superstar team that's always on Dynamite. On tonight versus Dark. Give me FTR for the win as well. So that's 7 matches tonight. Once again, AEW Dark is obviously free to watch on YouTube every Tuesday night. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So that's awesome. Stay tuned to that. It is at 7 o'clock on YouTube. It's not at 8 o'clock. Just letting you guys know. So just like I said, subscribe to AEW itself. And by the time 7 o'clock rolls around on YouTube, you will get to see AEW Dark. Simple as that. So, but before we get into the action for today and my recap of the weekend, mybookie.ag is the way to go when it comes to betting right now. Please make sure you use the promo code excuse me, I'm so excited right now. Please make sure you use the promo code 12ounce sports 12OZ sports when making your account today with MyBookie, and they will match your deposit up to $1,000. You really don't want to miss your chance to be cashing out all of these tickets that we are giving to you, not only from myself, yours truly, with Pete's Power Plays and my Philly Pete's picks for Twitter, my clients. All you guys out there and ladies have been cashing out pretty good this weekend, I have to say. Last night was phenomenal. Two unit plays that cashed. You had the Penguins 2-unit winner. You had the Oilers free 2-unit client winner as well. Both cashed out. The Vegas Knights with an amazing epic comeback. That was another exclusive. Excuse me. Again, I'm really excited for today. Exclusive client play as well. Vegas with the comeback win there for the clients. The over 5.5 for the Edmonton Oilers and Chicago Blackhawks. Another client winner as well. And of course, like I said, the parlay. The Penguins and Oilers moneyline parlay at plus 175 cashed everybody large. And what can I say? Let's continue this week. Let's go. Let's keep going. So let's start off. Let's start off with Saturday's plays real quick. It was a decent start for the most part on Saturday. I had a great time, and of course Zingo TV as well. Make sure you download the app Zingo TV. Make sure when you are creating an account, use the promo code 12ounce 12OZ, and you'll be good to go. You'll be ready to stream all these phenomenal shows on 12ounce sports, including yours truly, Philly Pete, hosting, of course, today's episode, August 4th, of Pete's Power Plays. Once again, good morning, my West Coast family, my lunch breakers out in the East 1210. I hope those that are in the neck of this hurricane, including myself, I was kind of praying that, I would not lose any sort of power or connectivity during this show, and it appears that everything is good to go. We got hit about an hour ago pretty bad. Things are finally winding down with this hurricane, and it is heading northwest at this time. So we're good to go here. I should not be having any sort of outages, but those that are my family out in PA, all those that tune in West Pennsylvania, up in New York, just stay safe. A lot of tornado warnings, a lot of high wind warnings. Just be careful, be safe. Head to the basement if need be, but we're thinking about you. So let's get into it real quick. We had a very, very large, like I said, very large card on Saturday, and things are good to go. So real quick, August 1st plays. Let me scroll down to this real quick. We did have the Oilers Penguins moneyline parlay again, of course, on the first day. That lost. Jets on the money line. It was close, but no cigar. So right off the bat, you're 0-2. But anyway, the Oilers Hawks over 1.5 first period. That was an easy winner. Back to reality there. New York Rangers plus 1.5 on the goal line. That was a winner as well. Those that singled that out. I did say that on my show on Thursday that the Rangers would cover the 1.5, if not win straight up. So the plus 1.5 did cash out. Again, the Hawks Oilers over 1.5, that cashed. The clients got another Hawks Oilers over 5.5. Now these lines I get at minus 130. Okay, a lot of people reached out to me saying my lines are at 6. I know, I understand, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. But you got to take the overs regardless in this series. I said it last week that we are seeing a very much chaotic series. You're going to see a lot of goals, and we sure did in games 1 and game 2 last night. So my over 5.5, I have, when I usually do this show, I have about 10 books up, and I have an account with all of them. Don't get me wrong here. And about 75% to 80% of the time, I go with what the majority is, and the majority was 5.5 at minus 130. Now you'll get 6 at minus 105. You'll still like it. You still got to take it. You could push, worst comes to worst, but with this series and how it is going, you should be taking the overs every game in this series. Again, a bunch of goals with star powers on each squad. So once again, Oilers Hawks over 5.5 was a client winner. And a parlay. We hit a parlay, of course, from the show that I mentioned. Blackhawks plus 1.5, Rangers plus 1.5 with positive odds. I believe it cashed out at plus 165. Also, if you singled out the Blackhawks plus 1.5, that cashed out as well. We had the Penguins minus 1, which was a loss. Obviously, the first period was a loss over as well. But Islanders Panthers over under 5.5 for game 1. That was the winner as well. Again, that was mentioned on the show. And Coyotes, let's go into on Sunday plays. Coyotes plus 1.5. That was leg 1 of a parlay and straight up for not only a straight up money line winner, but also a plus 1.5 for a single winner as well. Flyers plus 1.5 was a winner, and the money line, I called that from the get-go. Very, very easy. You can't miss these for sure. And Blues plus 1.5. That was another winner that we had the other night versus the Avalanche. So again, I know I mentioned Blues money line. Unfortunately, that lost, but the Blues plus 1.5 cashed out, no problem at all. Wild Canucks over 5.5 was a last-minute deal. I probably should have scratched that, but hey, whatever, it is what it is. That was a loser, but the Wild cashed out for the clients. Now you have the Jackets and Coyotes at plus 1.5. At plus 120, the parlay, that was a winner. Coyotes and Predators under 5.5. Of course, that was a loser. And the Flyers plus 115 on the money line. Those were plays from yesterday. So, Jackets, Coyotes, puck line parlay. That was a winner. Wild, the client play, cashes out on Sunday as well. Now, going over yesterday's plays. The Rangers puck line and Flames money line parlay at plus 145 was an absolute atrocious loss. Not like it matters. It's only one unit because it was a parlay. No big deal. But hey, those that tailed the Rangers and Hurricanes over first period, 1.5, that was a winner as well. So even on the day there. But those that singled out the first period over, congrats for some early morning money right there. We had the rest of the slate. We had a Flames money line. Obviously was a loser. The Capitals and Lightning over 5.5. We were one short there. But it just gets better. Pens Oilers, of course, I just mentioned this before. Pens Oilers, moneyline parlay at plus 175 was a winner. Oilers and Hawks over 1.5 first period was a winner. Pens and Habs over 5 was the unfortunate loser there. I expect a little bit more goals, at least from Pittsburgh's side. But hey, it is what it is. Penguins did hit us on the money line for 2 units, so rest assured, we could just easily wash that over 5 out with the Penguins money line at minus 160 for 2 units. That is the way to go. Congratulations to all of you out there that cashed out on the 2-unit Penguins money line at minus 160. Yes, I know it is a little bit juicy, but these two teams are fighting for survival, I should say. They're not going to be down 0-2. These are 2 really good squads here that will do some damage in the playoffs. They can't get checked out in Game 2. They have to win these games, and they came through. Decisively, too, nonetheless. So, Penguins money line, minus 160 for 2 units, was a winner. Congratulations to those that all that tailed. And, of course, yours truly with the free, and I mean free, 2-unit client play of the evening. The Oilers money line at minus 120 cashed out, no problem. So again, me being the nice guy that I am, giving back to my fans out there just to tell you guys how consistent I am when it comes to this sport and my angles and breakdowns. Simple as that. So Oilers money line minus 120 free 2-unit client play cashes out, no problem for the fans out there. So thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. And those that tailed, congrats. Let's roll out today. Just to round up the rest of the card for the clients, the Vegas Knights money line. What a comeback. What an absolute comeback. The over 5.5 was also on the neck of the woods. I let that go and strictly gave my clients the Knights money line. Wow, what a comeback in fashion. Congratulations to the clients there, minus 130 on the money line. That is a winner. And again, the Hawks over first period was a winner. Penguins and the Oilers, and then the parlay combined, singled out, and the parlay. People are cashing out large last night at the end of the evening. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the brand new week, brand new episode, August 4th, 2020, episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, King on the Ice himself, Philly Pete. And again, we are live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Tune in right now. You will hear my lovely voice, like always, Tuesday through Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Western Time. Good morning out west, good afternoon out east, and let's get it rolling. So, those that are just tuning in now, I gave out my plays, actually my play for the afternoon. The Panthers plus 1.5 with the over 5 parlay at plus 170. That is on the ice right now. I believe ice time just picked up, for 5 minutes into the game right now. 0-0 on the board. You got 15 minutes, about 15 minutes in the first period. Good to go. So over 5 with the Panthers, plus 1.5 parlay at plus 170. That is the first play for Philly Pete. If you want to single them out, go ahead. You can get these games. You can get this game live as is if you are a live bettor. So, but like I said, with all that being said, let us get into the plays for today. And like I said, the rest of my card will be out as soon as I tweet as soon as my show is over. I will be tweeting my plays out for the afternoon here. So let's get it started. Now, Florida, like I said, Florida Panthers, Islanders just got kicked off. Islanders, Panthers over 5. Panthers on the plus 1.5. I also like the money line for the Panthers. This is do or die for the Florida Panthers. I got to win this game here. And when Philly Pete sees an over-under at 5, you know I always sway on the overs. You got to take the overs when it comes to 5. Expect a push at worst. You get your money back. So let's do that. So Florida Islanders over 5, Florida Panthers money line, and the Florida Panthers plus 1.5. Moving on, the 2:30 game out in the East, playing in Edmonton. You have the Arizona Coyotes and the Nashville Predators. Again, over-under set at 5. I'm going with the over in this situation here. I also like Nashville to come back and tie the series up. It's Nashville on the money line at minus 130. About 80% of the money is going into Nashville. But again, don't be alarmed if Arizona takes this game too. I mean, we saw what they did in game 2. But just like the other games, just like we saw at Pittsburgh, just like what we saw at Edmonton, with Winnipeg as well tying up the series, Nashville is a team just to be ready for. And I think Nashville will fix up the kinks. Nashville, I think, will win this game here tonight, even up the series. I will take Nashville on the money line at minus 130. And also, like I said, it is over-under is at 5. Over-under is at 5. So, like I said, you got to take it here. I like the over 5 as well. Give me a Nashville minus 130 on the money line. Give me the over 5 in this game as well. And if you're not, listen, Arizona 24-14 when covering the puck line. So if you are feeling like a 3-2 sort of game here for Nashville, hey, that's fine. You not only cash out the money line for Nashville, but you also cash out the puck line for Arizona at plus 1.5. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad at all either. But Nashville money line for me, Arizona plus 1.5 on the puck line because they've been covering it pretty well. And Nashville is 10-26 when covering the puck line in their last 36. So numbers don't lie here, guys and ladies, and the over 5 as well. Moving on, you have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I need to go on to my updates real quick in terms of my overall NHL season. Now, I know I updated this, I recapped everything, but my current NHL season right now is as stands and as follows. 536 wins, 375 losses, and those lovely 13 pushes, giving me a plus 142.1 units on the season so far. So there you have it. Columbus and Toronto. Now, again, this is the same situation where Toronto is in the neck of the woods where they have to win this game. There's no and if or buts about it. They are literally on edge here if they lose. Now, who do I like here? I like the Columbus Blue Jackets. I like the Jackets. I like them to cover the puck line. They're 24-11. Now you could parlay the Coyotes. You could cover the puck. You could parlay the Coyotes puck line with the Columbus Blue Jackets puck line. You'd be getting a plus 180 as a parlay if you do put them together. So whatever you want to do, that's fine. I do like the Columbus Blue Jackets here to cover the puck line at plus 1.5. The over-under is set at 5.5. You know, these teams really did not score that much at all. Toronto, like I said, they need to bounce back in some form here. And if I'm leaning back and forth here, I want to take the over in this game. Toronto, we know Columbus can score a couple, but Toronto, between Marner, Tavares, and Austin Matthews, the three-headed horse needs to score at will. They need to get rolling. Edmonton did. They got back and even with the series. Pittsburgh, same way. They even out the series. And Toronto, for me, at minus 150, that's a juicy line. 65% of the money is going on to the money line for Toronto. This is going to be tough here. I'm leaning small here and taking Toronto on the money line. I think they obviously have to win to not get knocked out in the first round. It all comes down to not only defense, but you need the firepower between Marner, Tavares, and Austin Matthews to come through and win this game here. You know, so with everything said and done here, I like Toronto small on the money line. Heavier play, though, on Columbus Blue Jackets puck line plus 1.5. They are 24-11 when covering the puck line. Toronto 11-24 when covering the puck line. So, of course, money rides with me on the puck line at plus 1.5 for Columbus. Small lean on Toronto money line. And I want to lean small on the over 5.5 as well with Toronto. Tough overall game in general. Moving on, Calgary and Winnipeg. We saw Calgary come back here. We did see that happening. We saw that for sure. If it comes down to it, I'm taking Calgary here at minus 145 on the money line. I just truly think that Winnipeg did play well. Calgary did come back when they were down 2-0. Okay, Winnipeg still down defenders, but that didn't change them. I truly think that when it comes to the playoffs, you know, it's all about experience, you know, and not having a couple. And listen, Winnipeg did well. They did well. They did not have Laine and they didn't have Scheffel, and they still managed to win the game. That's the momentum that you need for this team. However, I really think that this is just a little bit far-fetched. As much as I would love to see Winnipeg win this series, I really, truly think that when it comes down to it, Calgary's the better team. I'm taking Calgary on the money line again at minus 145, and I'm going with that. And when it comes to the over/under, I still like the under 5.5 here. Some books are even at 6 right now. If you can get 6, take the under. But for me, my stronger lean and play is Calgary Flames on the money line. I truly think that Calgary will take the 2-1 advantage here in Edmonton, and we'll see where it goes. So Calgary money line and a small lean on the under 6 there in Calgary Winnipeg. Moving on, Rangers on the brink of elimination. You know what? My clients from the beginning of the season still have Carolina 33-1 as the dark horse Stanley Cup odd champion. So I like what I see in Carolina. However, I do like my money here, though, is on the New York Rangers here. I think they will sneak out one. So give me the Rangers at plus 130. This will be Philly Pete's dog of the day. New York Rangers plus 130 on the money line. I will also take them on the puck line at plus 1.5 and parlay that with something else that I will like. Of course, you all will get the list after the show. So New York Rangers on the money line plus 130. I also like the puck line for the Rangers. And last but not least, I will take the over 5.5. We were so close on the first two. I really think that this will go over, and I think the Rangers will actually listen. You got to spark a fire underneath these guys' asses at some point. So it's going to have to be now. This is it. Do or die. Carolina could give up. They could give up a loss. They're going to win the series anyway, most likely, Carolina, at this rate. But New York Rangers today, Philly Pete's all over the Rangers. Give me the money line at plus 130. Give me the puck line plus 1.5. And give me the over 5.5 for the Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. And now, last but not least, we have the Vancouver Canucks versus the Minnesota Wild. The Wild, ladies and gentlemen, put out a nice victory in Game 1. And Vancouver got shut out. That's not like them. I mean, that's a team that you expect to see goals from, to expect to see at least 3 goals from, I should say. And they got completely blanked by Minnesota. Minnesota is a dangerous, and I mean dangerous team to come out of the West. And I did mention this on my show before. Them to win the Cup was 85-1. Them to win the West was 45-1. Now, those that played those tickets, okay, especially the to win the Western Conference, good luck there as well. Those that played Minnesota in the series, well, hats off, because right now, because I mentioned this on the show about a month or so ago, when these lines first came out and when the teams were already in the bubble, or let alone just finding out who they're playing, I had Vancouver winning the series. So Minnesota is proving me wrong right now, or Minnesota is proving me wrong right now. I love the way they played in Game 1, but again, these are teams. Vancouver's a team that will need, obviously, just like the Penguins, just like Edmonton, that will need to win this game to stay in. Otherwise, if Minnesota wins this, it's over. Minnesota will probably sweep Vancouver at this point. I don't see Vancouver getting blanked out again. I like Vancouver on the money line tonight, minus 105. It is the nightcap, 10:45 puck drop, maybe closer to 11. So for me, it looks like another late night for me, and I don't care. I work at home full time, and this is what I love to do. So give me Vancouver on the small money line at minus 105. I like them to bounce back in this game here, and I truly think that they will tie up this series at 1-1, and we'll leave it at that. And now when it comes to the over-under, real quick, I do like the over 5.5. I really do. I think, you'll see Minnesota score a couple. I think Vancouver, especially getting blanked out last night or the other night, I really think Vancouver will come out firing. Their backs against the wall if they lose. So I think Vancouver will get enough here. Minnesota will edge on a couple goals. I see a 4-2 Vancouver win here tonight. Not only do you get the over, but you also get the Vancouver money line as well. I am leaning strongly more on the Vancouver money line either way. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the wrap for my show. I hope everyone enjoys these shows today. And look at that, 1-0 Florida Panthers already. So let's go Panthers. 1-0 Florida Panthers. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, have a phenomenal Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow to discuss, more NHL playoffs. What do you guys need? Have a phenomenal day. Be safe. Stay sanitized like always. Let's get through this together and enjoy your day. See you guys tomorrow. Later.